Welcome to the Rockabye Revenue Podcast with me, Abby Watson. I'm a mum of 4 and a business strategist, and I train people to become hypnobirthing teachers. In the last decade, I've built a thriving baby business that grew beyond my wildest dreams. This podcast is for you if you run a business or dream of running a business in the birth and baby industry. You want to change lives whilst making more money. I'm talking about creating sustainable income whilst being present for the people that matter most. I believe for our baby businesses to have the impact we desire, we must be rewarded. On this podcast, expect me to share actionable strategies without the jargon. I've been where you are. I've built a business while raising 4 little ones, and now I'm here to help you turn your passion into profit while creating the life you've always dreamed of. So let's get started. Hello, lovely. Welcome to an episode of Rockabye Revenue. And today we're talking about our marketing, actually. And we're talking about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you don't see. We're talking about when you feel like everything you are doing in your marketing is not hitting the spot. But I want to tell you, as someone a decade into this, there will be far more going on than you actually see. We are talking about trusting the invisible impact of what you do. So we live in a world, don't we, where, so much emphasis, so much of our value can be put on the number of likes, the number of views. Now, I know you are probably listening to this and you most likely do use some form of social media for your marketing. Now, even if you don't, and even if you use something like a blog, a podcast, something like that, this still absolutely applies. Because with all those methods, there can be statistics that we can overanalyze. Now, I have been there many times where I put something out, I put something out there. Maybe it's a social media post that, I feel like, oh gosh, this will really impact people. Like, this is really gonna, get some interaction going. And you put it out there and it's crickets. No one even seems to see it. And those people that do absolutely don't drop it a like, and they certainly don't drop it a comment. And we're a bit like, oh gosh, why did I even bother? I'm just not hitting the mark here. And then we look at other people's social medias and we're like, look at all the likes and views she gets. Look at the stuff she's putting out there. She must be doing well because she's got 1,000 likes on her latest reel. So we're making all these assumptions based on the numbers. Now, don't get me wrong. As a business strategist, there is absolutely power in looking at statistics, looking at the figures behind things. Absolutely. However, as baby business owners, so as hypnobirthing teachers, or baby massage instructors, or pregnancy yoga teachers, or baby photographers, whatever we do in the baby business world, we must remember that our audiences are often the quiet observers. Particularly if we are targeting expectant parents. Pregnant women consuming your content, looking at your Instagram feeds, well, they might not have even announced their pregnancy. they certainly might not be open about the fact that they're having a little look into hypnobirthing, or they're pondering a home birth, or they're feeling anxious about their baby's birth. So as a result, they therefore may not feel comfortable publicly engaging on social media with stuff that is related to that. Because it's outing them, you know? It's showing other people that might see their comments, see their likes, what they're doing and what they're feeling. So we must remember this, because I tell you what, there has been so many times in my business, and there will continue to be, where someone has booked my service and said to me, oh my gosh, I've been following you on social media for ages, you know, and they know loads about me. I have never seen their name pop up. I've never seen them like or comment. I've never seen them view my Instagram story. I never knew they were there, but they were there consuming all my stuff, and it was helping them see that this was the right thing for them. But I wasn't seeing that. And this happens so often. And actually, I would say that the opposite is never true for me. Or it's so rare that I can't even think of it. I can't think of the time that someone's, you know, been always there in my comments, always there liking my stuff, and it's them that's then enrolled on my course. And that was absolutely always the case in my hypnobirthing business when I taught local classes too, to expectant parents. The people that would comment on my stuff, the people that would like my stuff would often be friends and family, past clients, not future. So the reason I'm talking about this is because imagine if you are sitting looking at your stuff that you're putting out into the world, you know, ultimately trying to connect with potential clients, and you're looking at the likes and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just my Auntie Sue, it's just my ex-colleague Stacey. Nobody else is connecting with this. I'm going to stop posting. Or actually, I'm going to post in a different way. I'm going to post like the posts that I've seen that get 1,000 views. We're basing what we should do next on assumption. We're assuming no one's connecting. Because yet we haven't had that feedback right yet, but we're going to soon, that actually is hitting the spot, but quietly. And certainly if you are new to the birth and baby business, perhaps you haven't yet had that reassurance that your paying clients of the future let you know, oh yeah, I've been following you on social media. I love your blog. I love your podcast. We don't see that. We don't hear that often until they've booked. So if you are new to this, please don't assume that's not happening. Please stick with that content that's speaking to that expectant parent or that new parent, whatever your business is focused on. Now, how do we keep focused on that when we're not necessarily seeing the evidence? Well, if we remember to always speak to one person in our marketing, on our blogs, in our podcasts, we're not going to go too far wrong. If you think about the person that needs your service, that one person, yeah, I know you want like 30 of them, I know you do, but there will be many more people like them. But if we make our content really personal, and when we're going on our Instagram stories and we're thinking, oh, I'm going to talk about my day, I'm going to talk about my day as if I'm talking to that one person. I'm going to create that reel as if It's for that one person that needs to hear it. I'm going to write that blog post as if it's talking to that one person that is looking for my service. If we keep doing that, we're never going to go wrong, because we're actually speaking to the heart of the people that are going to book us. We're not just chasing likes for likes' sake, impressing colleagues, getting our stats up. We want bookings. We don't want social media validation. We want deposits through the bank. We want payments through the bank. We don't want social media validation. We're not chasing likes. We're attracting bookings. You know, that social media post that felt like it flopped. Well, someone might have been quietly reading it at 2 a.m. and they might have had that glimmer of, I'm not alone. I can do this. And yeah, they might not have publicly liked it, but you've spoken to them. You've changed something for them. And this is invisible. We don't always see it. Now, we don't need our numbers of likes and followers to be high, because perhaps your dream is to attract 5 clients a month, you know? And if you are speaking to the heart of those people who need your stuff, you're not going to go too far wrong. And yes, there's always ways of boosting your visibility. And do have a look at some of the earlier episodes of this podcast. There'll be tons of episodes that can help you with that. But however seen we are, unless we are speaking to those people that need us, it's really probably not going to translate to bookings. So please, lovely one, whatever you do, trust the invisible stuff that's going on. Trust the invisible impact of what you do. The people that nodded along to what you say, but they never press like, they never comment. The people who look forward to seeing your social media posts because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel seen. It gives them confidence. It teaches them something new. And all those little things will add up. And for some of those people, it will mean they book your thing. If you give up because of lack of likes, you know, low reach, those people will miss out. And like I said, in my own business, this is always evident. You know, someone will come and train with me to be a hypnobirthing teacher. And they'll be like, oh, I've been listening to your podcast for the last couple of months. I've loved it. I've not seen evidence of that. You know? Of course they've not reviewed it. I didn't know they were there, but they always were. That's the invisible impact. And trust that you'll be having an invisible impact too. See you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to Rockabye Revenue. I hope this episode has left you with some fresh ideas and bundles of motivation. If you enjoyed this episode, do make sure you click subscribe so you never miss an installment. And if you found this episode useful, I'd love you forever if you leave a 5-star review, helping this podcast reach the ears of more of the helpers in this world. And remember, keep changing lives. See you next time.